Just a quick one, guys, before we get into today's video. I want you to check out the channel's official clothing store, RFC Clothing. Each design is limited edition and is perfect to wear on a match day, on the terraces at Ibrox, down your local, or cozy in the comfort of your own home. Do browse our t-shirts by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay guys, so it is the morning after our elimination from the Europa League last night, as we lost 1-0 to Benfica at Ibrox. Now, of course, whilst I did do a sort of instant reaction live stream last night, I have watched the game back a little bit more. Highlights, didn't watch the full 90 minutes, but watched highlights back. And I've also, thought about certain things that I may have said last night, and I'm going to give more of a clearer diagnosis of the issue now in the first part of today's video, whilst also going on some big Rangers Champions League news, whilst also going through our earnings of our Europa League campaign. So quite a lot to discuss in today's video, but let's start, of course, with the game. Now, again, I did say this going into this Europa League clash, that it does feel that there is a split within our fan base at this moment in time, and that's that some fans looked at Europe at being a burden in the pursuit of title number 56 and, of course, the Scottish Cup and doing a potential domestic treble. However, other fans on the other side of things were more like, no, I want to do well in Europe. I want to continue to do well in Europe and still go on a European run whilst maintaining a domestic push for a treble. Now, whilst again, yesterday, I felt we could have went through. I didn't think Benfica were that great. They were probably better than us, second half in particular, and they probably had the more clear-cut chances and made use of their chances. I still did feel that they were there for the taking ever so slightly, and just due to our second half performance, it made me a little bit frustrated because it wasn't really the lack of having control on the game, because I felt we had control on the game. It was just about, sloppiness in general, really. Not getting passes, meeting to there, losing the ball in stupid positions, and the main focal point, just having a real blunt, toothless attack. And the main sort of diagnosis of the issue is, of course, Cyril Dessers, who has been talked about a lot so far this season. Now, again, Cyril Dessers is a player that I don't think has a long-term future at Rangers, and again, it troubles me, it worries me a little bit that going into the big games, he's always never come up with the trumps, Old Firm games included. Now, we have got 2 Old Firm games up and coming, and it is slightly worrying me that Cyril Dessers is going to be leading the line more than likely for those games, because more than likely Kemar Roofe will probably be injured, and I feel like Fabio Silva isn't the out-and-out striker, and whilst he made an impact yesterday, he still isn't that out-and-out focal point, and it seems as though he does play Dessers as that sort of lone striker, that's that focal point to try and get us goals. But I don't want to be disrespectful to the guy. Well, it might seem I'm being disrespectful to the guy. He is rank rotten, and it's something that we should have amended and dealt with in January. And I think due to us not doing that, it cost us yesterday's game, and it also cost us the game against Motherwell. And it could potentially cost us some games going forward between now and the end of the season. So again, that's it in terms of the actual diagnostic. Yes, we're going through an injury crisis at this moment in time and are missing a lot of key players. So that, of course, if we did have a full strength squad, we probably could have got through and went through to the quarterfinals. And again, we have been running on fumes as of late. Yes, an international break is coming very soon. And it's probably coming at the right time for us, and it allows bodies to get back. But those are the sort of diagnostics I have for it, is just lack of bodies, lack of quality up top, and that's really our issue, and it's something that we need to try and amend going forward into the summer transfer window. I just hope, and we should have enough to go on and win this treble. I'm not so much, the Scottish Cup's important, but my main focus is on the league title, of course. I think we have enough to go on and win the league title, but certainly it's something that we need to address come the summer, a new striker, and unfortunately for Cyril Dessers, he's not going to be the man to take us to that next level in Europe. Lastly, on this one, guys, as stated, a lot of people call me negative. Yes, you can call me whatever you want, right? Lastly, I'm disappointed, of course, going out of the Europa League, but I do understand how we went out of the Europa League, and probably going forward, due to the thinness of our current squad, it may be a blessing in disguise in our pursuit to the title. You look at our other Europa League runs, 2008, 2022, we actually didn't go on and win the title that year due to it taking up a lot of time, and due to our squad being so thin, it could be a blessing in disguise. So look, I'm over it. I've slept on it. I'm over the game. It is what it is. We've got a lot to try and go for so far this season. The Scottish Cup and, most importantly, the Scottish Premiership. I'm just hoping that we do have enough attacking quality up top to get the job done. But we'll see on Sunday. And as stated, guys, the international break is coming at the right time for Rangers. It allows us to just have this 2-week stopgap and allow players to get back for this running, which is going to be very, very important. But we need to get 3 points against Dundee this weekend. Now, again, burying that, it's finished. I'm not going to talk about the Europa League and going out anymore. It is what it is. Our main focus now, to be honest with you, I love the Europa League. We are a Europa League team. However, you do get the fruits of becoming champions. Which we want to do is become champions of our country on a consistent basis. And the fruits of your hard work of becoming champions in your domestic country at this moment in time earned you a place in the Champions League. So I do want to go into the Champions League next season, clearly, because I want us to win the title. So we'll pick up European football then, but we have got a big bit of business to do now to try and get that Champions League spot. Now, whilst, again, this season, if Rangers do win the league title, they will get an automatic Champions League space for this new revamped Champions League Swiss model. That's all well and good. Great to hear. A load of money. Cool. However, at the end of the 2024-25 season, the coefficients then do take a reshuffle and places then get their own stuff. At this moment in time, Scotland are now out, have no club obviously competing in Europe, so we can't earn any more points this season. That's us bust. Czech Republic, who are currently in 11th place, seen Sparta Prague get absolutely humiliated to Liverpool. They're out, which is good. Slavia Prague got humiliated to AC Milan, which is also good. However, looking at the Conference League, Victoria Plzen, they managed to progress to the next round, narrowly to the quarterfinals of the Europa Conference League. And whilst at the time of recording, the Europa Conference League draw hasn't been done, if you are a Rangers fan, if you are a Scottish football fan, you're hoping Victoria Plzen get a horrid tie. Because if they manage to get one more draw within this competition, Scotland will move from 10th to 11th. And that would then mean that the champions going into the 2024-2025 season onwards for the 3 years following that, Scotland will not get an automatic Champions League space if you win the Scottish Premiership. It will be a playoff round. Second place will still go into the qualifying round of 2. However, it will be a playoff round and you have to play the playoff round to get a place in the Champions League. So, whilst it was a negative night in terms of us going out, it was a positive night that Slavia Prague and Sparta Prague also got knocked out. But it is a bit of an iffy one that, of course, Victoria Plzen went through, because if they get one draw this season, they will take 10th place and overtake Scotland, which would see us lose our automatic Champions League spot, which is something that we don't want for us, because following this, as stated, if we do go on and win the title, I have every faith that Niels Koeppen, the board, and Philippe Clement will look to try and create a dynasty, invest the Champions League money, and go again and try and create a bit of a dominance that Celtic haven't been able to do. Yes, I know they've won 9 titles in a row, and they have been recently. But, I mean, a dominance in terms of Scottish football, but going up to that next level in European football and show them how it's done, we need to be trying to get that consistent Champions League money. And if we're winning the title every year, that money can really, really help us out. So what you want, Scottish fans, Scottish football fans, and Rangers fans, keep an eye on this Europa Conference League draw, and you want Victoria Plzen to get a horror tie, preferably Aston Villa, where they're not going to get a single point, or they're not going to draw. They're going to lose both of those legs and get kicked out of Europe. That's exactly what we want. Now, following that, guys, a lot of explanation. I'm so sorry, I'm keeping you here for a very, very long time. Lastly, our earnings, okay? So in terms of the prize money so far in our European journey, we've made £17.1 million, which I think is absolutely unbelievable, and just goes to show how important European football is for us, because, well, if you win the Scottish Premiership, you get £3 million. So us getting to the round of 16 has got us £17 million, which will go a decent way in with our summer spending, hopefully. Of course, qualifications for the Champions League will also help us out with that, and we can see a big rebuild, get that new all singing, all dancing striker. But yeah, that's our prize money at this moment in time. But this is why it's so important to do well in Europe as a Scottish football club. Following that, Celtic, of course, got Champions League football. They made 30 million quid. So that's the difference. Nearly double they made more than us by competing in the Champions League. So that's why that's also important to qualify in the Champions League on a financial perspective. That is just prize money, that and TV money. That excludes, of course, ticketing and stuff like that, where Rangers would have made a good few million from that as well. But that's all I've got today, Rangers fans. Do let me know your thoughts on the game yesterday. Do let me know your thoughts on the Champions League. And do you think we'll win the treble this season? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all next time. Remember to check out rfcclothing.com. We have got some new designs. We've also got the Serial Desses Ronaldo 90s, which I don't think are going to be too popular right now. But it's a meme shirt. Why not? Just get it. It looks cool. Of course, Philippe Clement's first design, World's Best Boss tees, along with our a massive collection, guys. So do check it out, rfcclothing.com, or go down to the link in the description. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.